I am so excited to be filming this video. It has been more than a year since I have sat down on this couch in front of this camera and filmed a video. I feel like it's a little bit premature to say that I'm back. I really am going to make every effort to be back and to be consistent. But wow, 2024 was a year. And so I am going to be panning again, and I'm still going to be posting about the books that I'm reading. I'm loving to get back into reading still. My reading did decline last year as well, but lots of reasons why. I've had some, basically where I've been. Let's start there. So I started grad school in January of 2024, and that proved to be very challenging, very time consuming, and it just was a lot. I am still working full time, although I am no longer commuting 2 to 3 hours every day. I do work remotely a couple of days a week, and then I have to go into the office 3 days a week, but still full-time work. And grad school on top of working full time. My husband traveled a lot in 2024, and we have a little one. He is now 6 years old, and he's in first grade, and he is the best and so much fun. But I'm also still coaching his baseball team, and now we have also added Cub Scouts to our repertoire and our social calendar. So I also had some health challenges that I have started to try to get figured out. I'm still, working to get some answers and working on, just life. But all of that said, I have some time off here at the beginning of the year, and I have really been wanting, for quite a while now, I've been wanting to sort of get my office space back in order, and I had actually broken down like all of my lighting and my camera equipment and everything. I had just broken it down, and it was sitting in a corner of my office at home, and because I wasn't using it, and it was kind of in the way, and so anyway, hopefully I will use it more consistently and be back. And that's one of my really big, huge goals for 2025. So, I would love to hear what your goals are for 2025 as well. But first, let's get started. The reason why we are here today, I'm going to be talking about the Pan That palette that I'm going to be working on for 2025. I am doing this as part of the collab with the Fantastic Ladies, which is a group on Facebook. You can join. I will have the list of all of the participants down in the box below, in the description box, where you can find everybody who's participating in this particular project. But also I will link to the Facebook page so that if you're interested in project panning, or joining in on this project, you can join us at any time throughout the year. But project panning is where we try to use up our makeup stash, and I kind of went through a very cursory overview of my makeup stash last week, and I have purged some things. I've taken some inventory, and I'm really, trying to sort of cull that and get that in order, so I can see what I've got and work my way through that. So that's project panning, using up your stash. Pan That palette is a project that was created by Amber F. Here on YouTube. She's also amazing, and so she takes one palette and tries to work through that entire palette in the year, or maybe it takes 2 years or whatnot. In the past, I have completed this project in a year. I've also taken a couple of years. There was one palette that I worked on for 2 years straight. I didn't use any other palette, and it took me 2 years to work through it entirely. And then the last couple of years I've been working on the same palette and not enjoying it. So this year I have selected a smaller palette, and I am hopeful that that will It's not a neutral, not a fully neutral palette. I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. But the reason I have selected this palette is because it is smaller. It does have some color to it. And it's something new and it's fresh. And it's just something that, you know, when I look at it, it brings me joy. And I purchased it a couple of years ago in the Sephora sales, and I have not used it yet. So without further ado, let me show you what I'll be working on this year. The theme of this year's Pan That palette is Old Faithful. So the idea is to select a palette that you have had in your collection. It can have pan, it can have use, but it's something that you own and that you love, and that you're going to try to work through in the year. And this one, while I own it and I love to look at it, I love the idea of using this palette, it is actually untouched. So what I'm going to be panning for this year is the Too Faced Christmas Coffee. There's some there's some gold lettering on the packaging. So there you go. It's called the Christmas Coffee. And it says, the little subtext here says, bite-sized eyeshadow palette. And on the back it says, smells like Christmas morning coffee. And I'm so excited to show you this palette. It just looks like, it does kind of look Christmassy, but if you don't use all of the colors together, I feel like you can kind of get away with it throughout the year. So this is how big it is. It's literally the size of my palm. And it is 8 shadows. So here we have Cool Whip, Beautiful Day. It's a really neutral, like a light neutral. We have Warm Me Up, which is right here. And then Slow Roasted is the second one here. We have Cinnamon Chai. Wait. Yeah. And then Candy Cane Lane is the red, which is like a glitter. It looks like there's 3 that are kind of like a satiny or glitter. Oops. And then, oh, shoot. Okay. This one is called, basically it's supposed to say Holly Shit. It's HOLLY and then SH asterisk T. And then Christmas Coffee is this deep one up here. So obviously you can see completely untouched. I did at one point when I opened it, I kind of like shoved a fingernail in this one, the Holly one. But other than that, completely untouched. Why can I not get this thing to stay open? Anyway, I am super excited to use this. I do feel like there is a nice blend. Obviously there's lots of neutrals in the palette, but with those couple of pops of color, I do feel like that's going to give me, you know, just a few options. But I do primarily use neutrals anyway. And I'm really excited to just start a fresh palette. As I said, I've been using the same palette for the last 2 years. I never really loved it, but I was just using it because it was just there. And so, yeah, it was something that I had gotten in like a BoxyCharm or something many years ago. And I decided, you know, I was like, well, I have this. I technically have paid for it. I need to use it. So I was sort of using it out of obligation. This one I'm excited to use because it just makes me happy to look at it. I love that it is, as they call it, bite size, because I feel like this is a usable amount for me. I don't generally go super heavy on the eyeshadow. I don't really go super heavy on very much makeup. I mean, you can kind of see, you know, obviously I've got like some blush and I'm wearing a full face right now, but it just is not like a super dramatic. I definitely go for more of a natural look. So, yeah, so it takes me a really long time to work through my makeup. But I'm really excited about this one. Like I said, it just makes me happy when I look at it, and it looks like it's beautiful colors. I'm fairly certain I've worked through a Too Faced palette before. So let's look at it again, because I was started to talk about the shimmers. These two here in the center, this, the Candy Cane Latte and the slow roasted, those are like shimmers. And then this one, the holly one, is, I would say, more of a glitter, I believe. So I'm super excited to have a fresh palette to work on, and I like I said, it just makes me happy. I love the look of it, and I'm excited to use it. I actually am probably going to Ulta today to buy all new makeup brushes, or all new eyeshadow brushes. Actually, I was looking through my brushes as well, and a lot of them I've just had for several years, and I've honestly not taken great care of them. So, you know, some of them are not in the best shape. I'm going to wash what I can, but, you know, I'm probably going to be purchasing some new ones here as well. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. Obviously, I kind of feel like I'm rambling because I'm so out of practice sitting down and talking to camera. What else can I say? I am going to be posting about my book reviews, and I'm going to be doing the 52 book challenge again this year. So I'm actually, as I'm looking over here at my desk, I've got like 3 huge stacks of books because I've got most of my books for the challenge all mapped out. So I'm trying to work through my backlog of Book of the Month books. So if you love reading, or if you love to hear people talking about reading, make sure that you check those videos out. I would love it if you would subscribe. I do have a couple of links down below. I have not been posting on my Instagram, not on this account Instagram anyway. I have been posting a lot on my main Instagram, but I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna try posting on my Everyday Sarah J Instagram again. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I'm very much looking forward to the new year. I love a fresh start, and happy to be back. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you have any goals for the year. If you prefer not to call them resolutions, let me know if you're participating in the challenge. I'd love to check out your video and show you some love as well. If you haven't checked out the Fantastic Ladies, I will have that link down below, as well as all of the participants for this project. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all very, very soon. Bye.